Hi, I'm Mr. Matt Stephenson, and this is my 21st, I believe, year teaching here at Huntington North. And I teach math, and I teach geometry, I teach some algebra, and I teach some upperclassmen in pre-trig and probability and statistics. What got me into teaching was, first of all, I've always enjoyed math. And when I was in high school, I had the opportunity to teach some of my peers by directing a play when I was in high school. And I really enjoyed that. And I found out that I just enjoyed teaching people things that I felt like I knew something about. And so, I had the option, I guess, am I going to teach math or am I going to try to teach theater? And I'm not a big English fan, and I knew if I taught theater, I'd have to teach English or language arts, and that just isn't in the books for me. So teaching math is how I got into this. I teach at Huntington North because, first of all, I love this community and I really like the people here. And after being here 20 plus years, you're just part of the community. You enjoy the people here. But the reason I came here is my senior year at college at Purdue University. Boiler up. My senior year at Purdue, I had the opportunity to be interviewed by one of our administrators here at the high school. And it was Mrs. Chris Toish, some of you might know who that is. And when she interviewed me, I came up here and then I remembered, oh wait, I have a teacher, a former teacher that is one of the principals here, and he was actually the head principal at that time. When I was a junior, he moved up here to become an assistant principal, and by the time I got around to becoming here, he was the head principal, and that was Mr. Ken Klein. So shout out to Mr. Klein for getting me here. I have two major hobbies that I spend all my additional time outside of school doing. My first one would be Lego collecting. And I have a huge Lego collection at home. I have a Lego room, and I have probably close to 500,000 Lego elements. They're not called Legos, by the way, so stop using that word. But yeah, I have a rather large collection. So that's my first hobby. I just need to be alone and not deal with people hobby. My other hobby, which is very much out there, is I love theater, like I've kind of already said. So I do a lot of acting. I work down at Pulse Opera House at least, probably twice a year at least. I've worked in Fort Wayne doing that as well. So I just love acting, and I like directing as well. And I've directed some plays here at the high school, but I kind of gave that up because I found my real passion is being on the stage. So, Mr. Bean, for those of you who walk by my room, you see Mr. Bean peeking out from the window. So, Mr. Bean, the man who plays him is Rowan Atkinson, and he is my comedic idol. I love Rowan Atkinson. He is so funny. He can make people laugh without saying a single word. So if you've never seen the Mr. Bean television show, it used to be on PBS back in the day when I was in probably junior high and high school. It's just good stuff. So the reason I have that though is we had a neighbor, or a friend of ours who had a neighbor, they had a Mr. Bean cutout standing outside of like on their front porch, I believe. And I kept telling my wife, I want one of those, I want one of those. So I believe it was like 2 years ago, I walked in here to do some work before school started. And I walked down to the office and there was this giant box in the office. And Mrs. Armstrong goes, here's a package for you. I'm like, what the heck is this? So I open it up, and my wife had sent me a Mr. Bean cutout. So I love it, absolutely love it. Any words of inspiration for students who are wanting to take my class or going to take my class is work hard and do the best that you possibly can. Nobody's going to be perfect, and the main thing is that you try. You will never be successful if you never give it a shot. So if you're willing to try, you will do a decent job, but it all comes down to how hard are you willing to work. So